Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video. Today guys, we're going to be taking a look at one of the last GXs to ever come out, and this is going to be Alolan Sandslash-GX. Now this card's main hype behind it has been around the GX attack, Spiky Storm GX, which is 100 damage to all of your opponent's Pokemon that have any damage on it. And the few ways that I've thought of playing this, I did stream the deck earlier today. By the time you're watching this, would have been yesterday, and we used a few combos to make this Sandslash work. And the one way that I found out that might be best is with Roxie and Weezing. It's a pretty simple combo. Obviously, Weezing and Roxie puts damage on everything, and even using Weezing with Splattering Sludge in Detention Gas is really good to help set up damage on stuff like the Denes and stuff to knock them out. So you can do some pretty big board wipes with Sandslash, which is pretty sick. So before we get into the video, guys, of course, shout out to Card Cavern TCG, the sponsor. Now, right now, there are Sword and Shield codes in stock for pre-order, and if you guys are trying to pre-order your Sword and Shield codes, pre-order them over at Card Cavern TCG. You can pre-order them singly, or you can get your pre-orders in lots of 50 codes. They also, right now, have the theme decks for Sword and Shield in stock too for pre-order, and eventually they'll have like the evolution kits in pre-order, which will have like the Cinccino, the Frostmoth, and the Galarian Meowth in them, and the Rillaboom. So if you guys get any PTCGO codes from Card Cavern TCG, guys, make sure you use code LDF at the checkout for a 5% discount on your order. Sandslash codes might be in stock too, so if you pick up any codes from there, use code LDF, support the channel and all that good stuff. So shout out to Card Cavern. Now let's check out the list here. So I built a few ways around this guy. Now I think Sandslash in Expanded has a lot more potential than in Standard, but in Expanded we have a lot we can work with here. And again, the main way I found out to play it was with Roxie and Weezing. I think this is like the best way to play it. Now Sandslash as an attacker, it's not a terrible card. You have Spiky Shield as an ability, so you get put 30 damage on the attacking Pokemon. We have Frost Breath, which can do 120 damage, which isn't terrible. Vanilla damage. Now, the fact that it is a water type is sort of relevant, you know, with all the fire types you might run into, like Sandslash-GX, Reshizard, stuff like that. Yeah, at least have good typing. Now, mainly we want to be playing against low HP decks. If we can ever maybe find a Malamar or a Nuzzle deck or something like that, we can set up some pretty crazy plays with Spiky Storm GX. Smart stuff from the deck. Of course, we got the Weezings. I got the 4 Jirachi for the setup. I got the Ditto. I am playing a Mimikyu because we spread so much damage. This is really good against Mewtwo and stuff like that. Now, I am playing 2 Mews, and there's actually a very specific reason why Mew is so good in here, is because Mew itself is a problem for this deck. If there is a Mew on your opponent's side of the board, you can't use Spiky Storm. So the only way to deal with it would be either through our own Mew and also having Spell Tag. We do play 2 Spell Tags alongside 2 Mews, and we're going to be trying to use these 2 Pokemon to get damage on our opponent's board to set up stuff to be KO'd for, you know, set up those Mews to be KO'd. And Mew's also good in general against, you know, any deck. You just go Psi Power, get 30 damage on everything, or not 30 on something, or, you know, a great way to soften up the Dene GXs and stuff like that to be KO'd. So the Mew is really good against other Mews. I am playing a Giratina, of course, for Distortion Door for damage. Also, I got a 4-3 Alolan Sandslash line, and I am playing 2 Koffings and, you know, going into the Weezing. We're going to the items now and stuff like that. Now, this was the hardest part about this deck, is what supporters do we want to play, what items do we want to play. This is what I've gone with. Is it perfect? I don't know. You guys can always tweak it. I think a few Cynthias would actually be pretty good in here too. So I got Energy Spinner because we play 2 different types of energy. I got a Fire Crystal to be able to get your Fire Energies back. I got a Great Catcher. Now this is like the one card I actually don't really know if I even like in this deck, but Great Catcher can be very clutch. Being able to bring something up is really good, especially if you want to trap something, or, you know, you can bring something up to knock it out with Spiky Storm that's weak to water. I am playing a Lure Ball, mainly for the Weezings, but you can also use it with Sandslash if that ever comes up. I got 2 Treasures, 4 Pokécom, 1 Reset Stamp, because this deck will play a little bit slow, right? You want to try to kind of manipulate your opponent's board, get some damage set up. You could put a Tyrogue in this deck too, actually, thinking about it. I am playing 2 Switch. I am playing a Shrine as my stadium of choice. I don't know if I like Shrine more than Hearth or Viridian, but the Shrine is here. The extra damage is really good. You don't really care about that because we're trying to set up a condition where we win with Sandslash. But the Shrine is nice again. Just getting that extra damage on stuff like the Denes and stuff like that is really important. Now the supporters. Now this is the thing that I don't like, is the supporter count. I don't know how I really feel about it, but we got 4 Roxies, 4 Welders, and 1 Caitlin Cynthia. I will say this, I probably want to play more supporters in this deck, for sure. I think we should maybe bump the supporter count up a little bit. It is what it is. I got 2 Escape Boards for Jirachi, 2 Spell Tag, again, very important against Mews. 2 Triple Energy, recommended by a subscriber on stream. The triple's pretty clutch, so you don't have to waste a Welder on Sandslash. I got 6 Fires, and only 3 Waters. Again, we don't need to go crazy on the Water Energy, because we only need, you know, 1 for Sandslash, so it's not the end of the world, so we're cool with it. But yeah, this is my Sandslash Roxie deck. It's a really cool deck. Played it on stream. You guys can go watch the stream. If you want to see even more games with this deck, check out the stream. I did get some pretty good games with the deck on stream also. Let's go show the deck off and see if we can win any games with our GX attack Spiky Storm and see how lit Sandslash really is. Okay guys, let's go do some games now with our Sandslash Roxie deck here and see if we can win games with it. We want to maybe be seeing low HP decks. We're up against Deathstrike here. Looks like they're playing Malamar, which is one of your best matchups. As long as you can knock out their Mews and stuff, the Malamar matchup is like an auto win. Pretty much anyways, unless you draw horribly. But we'll see how we do if they are playing Malamar. But ooh, we're going to get a Sandshrew start. We do have a Welder to kind of help us out here. The rest of our hand is not very good, though. We have a Weezing, so we can get Ditto or Koffing. We get the Weezing. The Weezing's a very important card in this deck, especially in the Malamar matchup, because we need some... It's a good way to deal with Mew. And they're most likely playing Malamar here. They could be playing Mewtwo, though. Who knows? But they're probably playing Malamar. It just sucks our starting hand is pretty bad. You can get some pretty wonky starts with this deck. That's what it is. Maybe we should put Dedenne in here, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. But no, Dedenne kind of sucks with Roxie. So I don't really know. Maybe Miss Maggie's? I don't know. Sandslash was hard to build around in Standard, not gonna lie. It was hard to build in Standard. I did build some cool decks on stream, though. We built this Blastoise deck, which had Dewgong in it. We almost won a game against Firebox. If we didn't draw poorly, we set up a win condition where Sandslash's attack would have knocked out Turtonator, Jirachi, Heatran, and a Dedenne to win the game, which would have been an epic way, but we just kind of bricked. But we're not up against that today. We're up against Malamar. Unfortunately, though, our start's not very good. I doubt they're going to reset me, but, I mean, it'd be greatly appreciated if they did. We'll see if they're playing the Tina, or they're playing the Tina Chomp, or they're playing the alternate Necrozma build. The alternate Necrozma build might be a little scary because it's customer light, but I'd rather prefer alternate Necrozma because it's easier to get 9 damage on Necrozma than it is to get 170 damage on a Tina Chomp. But yeah, this matchup is pretty easy, I think. If they fill their bench up with like low HP Pokemon like Jirachi, Malamar, the only thing that will get in the way is a Mew. But we can deal with Mew pretty easily, I think, thanks to Spell Tag and our own Mews. So that's why they are in the deck. We just gotta hope that we can get something going here in the few turns we might have to set up. We might only have one turn to set up, actually. It's looking likely my opponent's gonna get a really good start here. Yeah, they already got a Lily for 5. We'll see if they get any Incase. If they don't get any Incase, we might be safe. If they don't get Incase, we might be safe. Okay, so we're definitely probably safe. And we top deck a Jirachi. Beautiful. Okay, so we'll Welder to the Sandshrew. Alright, that's looking better. That is looking better. Take the Roxie. Yeah, so we can Roxie next turn. I think I'm just gonna have to pass. I do really want to play this Viridian Forest though, but I don't know what to get rid of. There's nothing to get rid of. We might not be able to attack with Weezing next turn, but as long as we can get like a nice splattering or detention gas off, we should be okay. Tina's not too hard to deal with either. The spell tags might be a little annoying. If we knock them out and spell tag activates, that could be a problem. Looks like we're gonna have to treasure away our Pokémon or something like that. But again, it's actually unlikely they even attack me here. They would need quite a bit. Well, they need a Malamar and a Switch, but honestly, they probably have that with their massive hand. So yeah, Jirachi is a goner here. We'll actually have to see where they have to put their 40 damage. If they attack themselves, then they get knocked out by Sandslash's GX attack. So we could win with Sandslash next turn, possibly, if we can hit like a triple. If they do attack themselves, of course. They do get rid of a Psychic. I'm really hoping they don't have the Switch Malamar here. If they do have it, we get knocked out. If we get at least one more turn, we can... Like, I really want at least one more extra turn here to buy some time. So, yeah, I really hope we can buy a turn here. But they probably have the Malamar on the Switch, let's be honest. But then maybe we can win if they hit themselves with their attack. So they can't hit their own... Well, I guess they could hit their own Malamar. But then we're still going to Roxie, so we could still hit them. Okay, let's just pray they don't get a knockout here. If we can buy one more turn, that would be greatly appreciated. Though I do want them to bench more Pokemon. So we'll see what happens. But I want them to bench more Pokemon. Let's see. Okay, just a Cynthia. They can still hit the Switch and Malamar off of this, though. They must have had a pretty bad Lily. Okay, they mentioned another Pokemon. Nice. Can they bench more Inkays? I know they need to bench Inkays at some point. Alright, what are the odds they actually hit switch Malamar here, guys? What are the odds they actually found the switch in the Malamar? They can't move the Ditto either. They can't retreat into Jirachi, which is pretty good. One other cool thing we could do with this deck, we could hit Tina for 120, leave it with 10 HP, and then they attack into me, and then we knock them out with our own ability unless they drop a Mimikyu. That's actually pretty busted, to be honest with you. And then we bypass Spell Tag, I think, because Spell Tag only works if we knock them out with damage. Or we can also hit him for 120 and then Roxie knock him out, which is pretty busted too. So we actually have some pretty good outs to this Giratina here. I'd probably be more scared of a Tina Chomp, or no, or even an Ultra Crozma would be a little scary. But if they don't attack me here, this is going to be a good turn. I do want them to bench at least like 1 or 2 Inkays here so we can make the most out of a Roxie spread. Come on, bench an Inkay. I know you want to. I think we just... Okay, they didn't bench an Inkay. That's fine. Drew a Roxie. Okay, treasure away the Pokecom. Bit of a tough discard, but that's fine. We can Weezing. We could do double Weezing, but no, thank you. I'm fine with just 1 Weezing today. Could Stellar Wish, try to get another treasure. I don't hate that. I got a Pokemon. We do find a Escape Board. We'll take the Pokecom. Because if we can draw into it like an SS Pokemon, we can try to get like another Jirachi in play, or maybe find Sandslash. Okay, we got Lure Ball, which I like. We can get back that Weezing. We'll just pass. We could, I guess we should have Viridian, because we do have that Fire Crystal. We're chilling, though. They're probably going to attack off this turn, though. Well, I guess because they didn't get an Inkay, they can't just go Malamar, Energy, Retreat, Ditto. We'll have to see. No, there's their first Pokecom. Most likely going to get Inkay here. They could get Mew, but because we have Spell Tag on, we have an out to beating Mew, especially with Roxie. Because Mew's not too hard. They can let us rot it back to... Ooh, they get the Malamar. Does that mean they have the switch in their hand? I mean, to be honest, we could win. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't have attached to Weezing. Maybe I should have put the energy on the Sandshrew, because in theory, we could win next turn unless they bench something with... Yeah, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Because it is actually could be possible we get the Sandslash combo off. We could just knock him out with Spiky Storm GX. Maybe, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put the energy on the Weezing. Maybe that was a misplay. I want them to bench more Pokemon, though. Let's see if they actually move this turn, too. It's pretty likely they don't. They still need a dig for a switch. But wouldn't they want to go in Jirachi, too? I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Okay, nice. They're benching more Pokemon. That's a good start. Oh, they found the switch. But they didn't do Malamar's ability. So they have the skateboard in their hand? Ooh, they got rid of Giratina, though. So I guess they didn't have a skateboard in their hand. Or they do have a skateboard in their hand. Well, I guess it's still their Stellar Wish, I guess, too. I mean, best case scenario, they don't attack me this turn. That'd be nice, but they're probably going to. We'll see. I wish we could play Blacephalon in this deck with Fireworks Bomb. That's something I also wanted to put in here, but can't play Psychics. I guess we could play Rainbows. Maybe we could play Aura Energy when that comes out in this deck. I don't really know. This deck probably sucks still in the new format. Or the new set. I don't know. Sandslash, though, might be good with Frostmoth. We'll definitely look at that. Maybe playing Sandslash with a Ditto and Frostmoth is going to be the busted play, but the only way you can really spread is with Volcanion. But Frostmoth probably going to be the best way to play Sandslash for sure. Okay, best case scenario, they don't... If we get another turn, that'd be great. So that's our best case scenario here, is if we get another turn. If not, we'll have to just go into Weezing and start doing some Weezing shenanigans. Alright, let's see if they get that Escape Board. I mean, they probably wanted to move the Malamar regardless, so they probably don't really care if they don't have the switch here. We'll have to see. Man, I really want them to bench more Pokemon, though. I want them to fill their bench up with little Pokemon so that we have a nice big thing. They might bench the Giratina. Alright, let's see what they do. Do they have the knockout here? They do not. We get to buy another turn, which is really good for us. Let's do this. Get all the fires out of the deck. We'll do Stellar Wish. You know what? I'm going to take the switch because I think we're going to start attacking with Weezing now. Keep our Jirachi alive for one turn. I actually like that quite a bit. We're gonna hope that this doesn't get double or triple tails. Okay, double heads. Kind of wish we had another Weezing in there, but that's fine. We can get our Roxie off. We're not really hitting much off of that, though, unfortunately. That was a pretty bad Roxie. But we'll Splattering Sludge, get some damage on the board. We can set up some good math here. We can knock out the Jirachi with Spell Tag, possibly. We're definitely gonna get knocked out here, though. I think it was fine to play aggressive, though. Keeping our Jirachi alive is good, too. We haven't really made the most of our Roxies, though. Plus, our hand is pretty bad, so we might be in a bit of a pickle here. Like, we just need to get our basics. I don't know where the heck they're hiding at. Like, you know, Koffing. Want to come to my hand. So we can either, unless that Inkay evolves, we could either knock out the Inkay or the Jirachi. Probably best to knock out Jirachi. A Lily for 1? Oh my gosh. That sucks. That's 4 supporters they played so far. I mean, we still have a Reset Stamp, too. That could be pretty big at some point. Especially if we do decide to knock out Jirachi here. An Acrobike. Okay, the fact that they did that means that if they don't have a way to move this Jirachi, they can't retreat. So, they have to find the Escape Board or Switch. And they only Lilied for 1, which I'm assuming got them the Acrobike. And they can Acrobike, try to find the Escape Board or the Switch. We'll see if they even find that, though. If we get another turn, that'd be amazing. If we actually do get another turn here. We got another turn. Oh my gosh. I feel bad for my opponent. We are going to get a prize on Jirachi, though, but we could... Okay, that can get a Sandslash. Which I am going to get. Yeah, if we had like a Welder, we actually could have maybe set up a win condition here. It's gonna be a Splattering Sludge, I guess. We get 2 prizes, seems good. And then next turn, I guess we just go with Spiky Storm to finish off their board. Sandslash, nice. Jirachi, okay. That's where all our basics were. They were in our prizes, or all our Pokemon anyways. So, I mean, if they don't bench a Mew or another Pokemon, we just flat out win. But they're probably going to bench something. I'm actually surprised they didn't do Acrobike last turn. We could just knock out Malamar. We could actually just... We can Spell Tag the Malamar, knock it out. That's kind of funny. And we could just win. So they have to bench something here. Either way, we crippled them pretty well, because we can actually just knock out the Malamar and then knock out the Giratina with our Sandslash. Might as well just do that. We're still going to cripple them pretty badly at the end of the day, so it's still pretty good. Unless they Faba me here, that could kind of mess things up a little bit. Yeah, I think we just bring in the Sandslash here and just knock him out. No Spiky Storm, unfortunately. This game didn't really play out the way I wanted it to, where we could... I guess, no, we could still Spiky Storm. Yeah, no way, we can still Spiky Storm them thanks to Spell Tag. Okay. So we'll just go with a Spiky Storm win here. Not the most amazing Spiky Storm we could have ever set up, but it just proves that, like, the option to Spiky Storm is still there. Okay. Just because I want to do Spiky Storm, I'm not going to knock anything out. Just to get full value out of this. Not the most amazing way to do it, but it's still, you know, it's not perfect. It's still a way to win the game, which is still pretty lit. It's still a way to win the game. Like, you know what I mean? We knock out the Giratina, we knock out the Malamar. They're probably still going to lose even if we did that regardless, but we're just going to get their whole board out of here. Malamar, great matchup for this deck. It just comes down to how well you can draw. I think we should maybe try to add like a Cynthia or two in this deck, though. And they can knock out Jirachi, but that's fine. And that's it for that first match. I mean, the stream game I got against Malamar was a lot better. So if you guys want to go watch that, you can. You can go watch the Alolan Sandslash stream I uploaded. But look at that. Nice little board wipe with Sandslash. Just the board wipe is anything. I'm probably going to put that in the title now. I'm going to say this card board wipes. There's our reset. There's a Roxie. There's a water prize. Probably should have checked our prize a little bit better there. Knowing what was prized. But that was a nice first game, I guess. Showing off how we beat Malamar. Malamar, in my opinion, is like your best matchup. Arguably, other than like stuff like Nuzzle, of course. But let's go do another game of the deck and see in action. Okay, guys, let's go dive into another match with the deck here. We'll see if we can hit another low HP deck. We'll have to find out what we do hit here. We'll see. Alright, what are we up against? Ooh, firefighting. Okay, this will be interesting. They could be playing a fire deck. I think this can actually beat Firebox if they bench Jirachi, Dedenne, you know, just low HP Pokemon that we can set up damage counters on. The Firebox matchup is actually pretty winnable. And, ooh, we get the turn 1 Roxie double Weezing. You'll love to see it. We'll be able to draw 6 cards here, and hopefully we'll get a good hand. Okay, it looks like they're playing or not Fire, Ability Zard. Green Zard. Sorry guys, my brain's all over the place. Okay, so they're playing Break Zard with Fossils. Okay. That's fine. Now these Volcanions, after one Roxie, they'll get knocked out. Oh, I guess I gotta deal with Amistar, but we don't really bench that much stuff either. You know what I mean? Our bench, that was a good top deck. Our bench won't be very full, so we'll put back this Weezing here. We'll get the other Roxie Weezing, and we will go for that big old Roxie play. Yeah, we'll save our Stellar Wish. We'll just go for Roxie. Would be nice to get damage on another Pokemon, that's fine though. We didn't find any energy for Sandshrew. That's a little disappointing. That is a little disappointing. Okay, we got another Roxie. If we can find Lure Ball, we could do another Roxie here. Yeah, not getting energy is a little disappointing. It's fine, though. Once we get the Alolan Sandslash in play, that'd be great. But I do maybe want to attack with it at some point on these Volcanions. My opponent's probably going to be attacking with these Volks for now. We could actually set this up to be KO'd soon, too. Alright, what are we drawing? Drew a Fire. Alright, we'll just Welder to the Sandshrew, I guess. Sure, hope to get something good off this Welder. Another Sandshrew. Another Fire Energy, guess we'll attach that, sure. And not the greatest Stellar Wish. Not the greatest Stellar Wish. I think we're just gonna have to switch into the Mew. Because we just need a Water and a Sandslash to attack with this guy. We can't really get there right now. I guess in theory we could have just went into the Sandshrew, because if it gets knocked out we have the Fire Crystal. My opponent might get an Amistar and play this turn. That's kind of what I'm worried about, what will happen, yep. But they knock me out. I don't really care if I'm unlocked right now anyways, you know, so it's fine. Because once they knock something out, we'll get our items back, so it's not really a big deal. The Amistar is not a threat. Plus, if they can't even mention Zard here. I mean, we literally could win with Sandslash very soon. Ooh, that was close. I almost had a double custom catcher. We could win soon with Sandslash, because we get 1 more damage on this thing. We just Sandslash, knock it out, which is pretty lit. So I guess we're like 1 Roxie spread away from knocking that out. So our Wing Edition is set up kind of on the board here. Eventually they have to bench a Zard, but then they break the Amistar lock. It looks like they're going to Flare Starter for now, which is fine. There's no Zard in place, so they're not building up any big threat. And there's our Sandslash. I think we're definitely going to evolve it. And we're at the pass. So all we need to do is find a Water Energy to win the game. Pretty well, no, we need more than Water, obviously. We still need to get damage on the Amistar. Alright. We'll see if they have any customs here. They've played 1 so far, so they can only use 1 more custom this entire game. Just a High Heat Blast for the knockout. Okay. So we could bring in the Sandslash. But I'm not going to, because I'm not going to draw Water Energy. Ooh. That might be what we need to win the game. Okay, let's Stellar Wish. That Koffing top deck is literally huge right now. If this can get us Escape Board Water, we win. No. We got the Water. No. We didn't get the energy to win. No. Or the Escape Board. No. Oh, that is so sad. Wait, why did I bench that? Now we can't play the Energy Spinner. That's fine. They'll knock us out, and then we just Energy Spinner for game, unless they bench another Pokemon. Dang it. Literally 1 card off of winning the game. Man. Oh, and they benched the Zard before we get to win. No. I guess we could still hit it for 120, because it's still easy to knock out regardless. And they only get 1 energy on it anyways, that's fine. Yeah, Zard can still get knocked out by Sandslash. So, like, we knock these out, knock that out, win the game. Pretty easy. I mean, we haven't given up a lot of prizes, though, which is a little scary. This thing knocked me out Double Blaze. Man, 1 card off. Oh, we priced a few Waters. Okay, that's fine. We're still gonna go for the Spiky Storm, I think. We can still Welder next turn, as long as we don't get Reset Stamped. Hit that for 100, so we can play that down no matter what. I might just hold the hand, because... We could just Roxie for 6 here. All I'm trying to do next turn is set up a Welder play with Sandshrew, which we do have. So technically we can win next turn as long as we don't get Reset Stamped. So we'll just save the hand and just hope we don't get Reset Stamped here. We're going to get 3 prizes with Spiky Storm GX. All we have to do is avoid getting Reset Stamped and we can win the game. Well, and then get another Sandslash. And there, okay, we need the water too. Can we get both waters? Okay, we got our own reset. That's huge. The problem is, though, they 100% have greens in their hand. They 100% have the greens. Like, we're going to get Reset Stamped 3 here for sure. There's no denying that. That's why I didn't want to play any supporters. I mean, we do lose if they do stand me pretty much into a bad hand. Like, it's impossible to win, I think, if they do stand me into a bad hand. Yep, there's the freaking green, and there's the Reset Stamp. Will they get it? Is there a way we can win? Like, we'd have to get Welder, Fire Crystal, Sandslash. Yeah, there's no way we're gonna win if they stand me here. Oh! They didn't find Reset? What? Yo, are we actually not about to get Reset? No, they gotta Reset stand me. There's no way they're not going to, bro. There's no way they're not gonna Reset stand my hand. Like, there's no way. There's no way they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do what? Yo, and we get the 30 damage on the Charizard, which means we do 240. Yo. What? Did we actually just win? Oh my gosh. And guys, that is the Spiky Storm deck for you guys. Oh my gosh, we actually just won. Wow. Thank the Lord. Well, we had the Welder. We had the Giant Hearth, but I was about to say, yeah, thankfully I put that Fire Crystal in the deck, because that was insane. But that is gonna be it for today's video, I think, on the Sandslash deck. He concedes before we get the knockout LMAO. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, dude. This Sandslash deck, it's lit. But I think all that over today's feature video, guys, on the deck. I think we showed off the deck pretty well. We got to use Spiky Storm twice, pretty much to win the game. I don't know how we avoided the Reset Stamp there. I probably should have checked their deck, because I was curious if they had a Reset Stamp. But yes, that's going to be it for today's video on the Sandslash Roxie deck. Give the deck out. Give the deck out. That didn't make any sense. Give the deck a try yourself. It's a pretty cool deck, honestly. If I were to make any changes, though, I'm just going to take the Great Catcher out. This thing didn't really help us too much. I think we just want to play more supporters. I mean, ideally, we could put some Pokegears in the deck, too. That wouldn't hurt either. But I do have some other Sandslash decks cooking up for you guys, so do expect some more Sandslash videos. If you do want to see more games with this deck, go check out the live stream that I uploaded yesterday. I did some games of the deck there, so if you guys want to see more of this Roxie Sandslash deck in action, go check out yesterday's live stream, and you can find some more games there. But that's going to be it for the video. We got to use Spiky Storm pretty well. Spiky Storm board wipes are pretty insane, and this deck definitely, I think, is insane. It's a pretty cool deck, and I do have some more Sandslash decks. I'm going to do a expanded Sandslash video with Misty Lorelei and Coco and Execute, and I do have some other Sandslash standard decks that I'm going to make soon. So expect to see more videos on Sandslash, because this card is pretty fun to play. But yeah, that'll wrap up the video, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, subscribe down below if you are new to the channel. Help me reach 7,000 subscribers. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the sponsor card Kevin TCG. Once again, guys, Sword and Shield codes are up for pre-order right now. So if you guys are trying to get your Sword and Shield pre-orders, dude, get them now at Card Kevin TCG and use code LDF for funds to discount your order. Follow me on Twitter down below too, and if you want to stay up to date my tweets and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.